Originally, as a chiropractor myself, a second-generation chiropractor and one who travels across the country speaking to chiropractors, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the program.
Great.
Most chiropractors are very busy, hustling in their own practices, trying to find new patients the old-fashioned way. And why do they have to worry about the internet, and especially the social web?
Well, Mark, the reality is that there are over 10 million searches every month online for a chiropractor-related term. 10 million. That's 300,000 times a day somebody is searching for something relating to chiropractors. Now, what that means is that traffic is going somewhere. So if we know that the job market is tough and that the coming by new patients is not so easy, then we have to go meet the patients where they are. It's the same thing, you think about going to networking events to go and meet people and find people who might end up being a great patient. Well, the reality of it is, if you want to meet the right people, you have to go to where they're going, not to where you want to go. And it's the same thing online. If you know and understand how to use the internet, you can go to where those patients are searching, where they're hanging out, what they're doing, find the ideal loyal patients and draw them back to you. That's why you just can't be without the internet these days.
I totally understand what you mean. However, many chiropractors are not very tech savvy, and they're probably wondering how the internet can help them do what you've just explained.
Well, okay, so I get that, and I appreciate that many people are not tech savvy, in the same way that many people don't know how to write a radio spot to bring people to their business, or they maybe don't know how to do a commercial, or maybe they're not the best copywriters to do advertising that goes in a newspaper or in a magazine. However, somebody still has to write that stuff. Somebody's got to do the radio spot. Somebody has to do the TV commercial. So at the end of the day, saying I'm not tech savvy and don't want to be on the internet is a little bit like saying, I'm just going to stop marketing my practice. I'm done. I don't need to do that anymore. And hopefully, maybe, if I'm lucky, patients will come through the door. If you can't do it yourself or you're not tech savvy, that's fine. But that still means you have to find somebody to do it, whether that's internally or you have to outsource it.
Our chiropractic colleges are graduating more students every day, and they are really tech savvy. They know social media so well. How much of a threat do the new grads have on the existing, more seasoned practices?
Huge. I mean, think about it. At the end of the day, an experienced chiropractor that has mastered their craft, they have to be able to put their hands on someone in order to do the work. That means the person has to come to their office first. You get somebody who has grown up on the internet. It's in their DNA to be on the social web. That's how they communicate with people. And at the end of the day, social network expertise is going to beat out practice area expertise every time. Because if the patient never gets to the seasoned chiropractor, because somebody knows how to use the web to get to that patient first and draw them in, it doesn't matter that somebody is a much better chiropractor, that they have years of experience and could do a better job of treating somebody. That's why knowledge of the web, or at least getting somebody working for you on your web presence, is absolutely critical. You have to do it, or the younger chiropractors, new graduates that grew up on the web, that know how to use social media, are going to gobble up the market share, and it doesn't matter how good a chiropractor you are.
Really, I hear all of the time from the docs that we work with that they are busier than ever before. There's more regulations, documentation that they have to perform, healthcare reform. How are they going to have time for the internet?
Now that's a really good question, and to be frank and transparent, I don't know. I don't know how they are going to have time for the internet. I don't know whether that's something you want to do after hours. I don't know if you do that on the weekends. or if you outsource it and hire somebody to do it for you. What I do know is that to do nothing and expect that the patients are going to keep coming the way they used to before the internet existed is crazy. And all you have to do is think about it. And where do you search for things when you need something?
Go to the internet.
Exactly. And so does everybody else out there. And you know what else? If you're about to go to a restaurant to eat dinner and you've never been to that place before, what do you look for on the internet?
I check the reviews.
Right. In other words, you check what other people who are using the internet are saying about that restaurant. Yes. Guess what? That's what people are doing about chiropractors. They're going to their peer group and they're checking and they're saying, has anybody heard of Dr. So-and-so? And if someone's not on the internet and they don't have a presence there and they don't have a way that a new prospective patient can check them out, they're going to go to somebody that can be checked out on the internet. There's just no two ways around it. So how do people do it? I don't know. But I do know they have to get it done. And if they can't do it themselves, then they've got to hire somebody.
Well, with more competition than ever before, and for most chiropractors, their competition isn't only other chiropractors, it's the physical therapist, it's the massage therapist. It's really anywhere else a patient can spend their healthcare dollar. How can you help them?
To me, the competitive advantage is exactly what we're talking about. The internet is still early in the game, and most people are not using the social web in a way to attract patients into their practice, certainly not to expose the fact that they exist to more potential patients, to cast a wide, broad net. At the end of the day, the internet, at 10 plus million searches a month, that's going somewhere. That's going somewhere, and those chiropractors who get it and figure out the way to use that traffic are going to attract those patients into their office, into their practice. So to me, it's really a matter of flipping the mindset and looking at it the other way around. The internet has the potential to create a massive competitive advantage over the other doc down the street who chooses to just continue doing things the way they always have, the old-fashioned way, and not pay attention to the fact that now, as new people who grew up on the internet continue to become of age and need chiropractic services, you know exactly where they're going to go to find them, and that's why everybody has to be there if they want to take advantage of this incredible new wave.
Thank you.